Rick Scott here. As chairman of the NRSC, I want to talk frankly about an urgent matter. As you know, the Democrats are right now attempting to ram through Congress a bill which will make it easier to commit voter fraud. They call it H.R. 1. The bill is disguised as election reform, but it's really just a dishonest Democrat power grab. And you also have to know, if you oppose the Democrat power grab, Democrats will call you a racist. The good news is this: the American people don't buy that, and they're on our side. I'm going to show you some polling data which clearly indicates the American people want fair elections with no fraud. I'll warn you right now, this video will be controversial because I'm going to expose the Democrats. They're going to hate it. So here goes. As Republicans, we want zero voter fraud. Not a little bit of fraud, not less fraud. We want zero fraud. And we want every eligible voter to have the opportunity to vote. Republicans actually believe your vote should not be diluted by voter fraud. But the Democrats want no restrictions on voter fraud. They want a system that makes it easy to commit fraud, and if you disagree with them, they accuse you of being against civil rights, suppressing votes, and being racist. It's an outrageous, big lie. Yet many Republicans get intimidated by this cynical, dishonest tactic. After all, who wants to be called a racist? You get banned from social media and even lose your job. Wanting zero fraud is not racist. The Democrats are committed to this big lie. And if they say it over and over, listen for yourself.
There's been an effort by Republican legislatures throughout the country to suppress the vote.
The other side keeps pushing these terrible voter suppression tactics.
That's racist. You're racist, plain and simple.
Do you agree?
Well, first of all, I do absolutely agree that it's racist.
My response to them is this: thou shalt not bear false witness. Those are complete lies. The Democrats know it. It's shameful behavior. Republicans want truth and honesty, but Democrats favor lies and deception. The truth is, the American people agree with us. Let me show you. Americans clearly favor requiring ID in order to vote. It's just complete common sense. You can't rent a car, cash a check, or even get a vaccine without an ID. It's a no-brainer. Look at these numbers. 77% of Americans agree that you should have to show ID in order to vote. Even a majority of Democrats agree. But their bill in Congress does not agree. It will gut all voter ID laws. Why do Americans want every voter to show ID at the polls? Because Americans are racist? Because Americans want to suppress votes? No. Because Americans demand fair elections that are accurate and honest. It's common sense. Are car rental companies racist? Are the airlines racist? Are hotels racist? Are pharmacies racist? No. The Democrats call common sense racism. They call Americans racist. They call everything they disagree with racist. Don't be intimidated by their deceitful nonsense. Another crazy feature of the Democrat bill: they want to use our tax dollars, our federal government's money, to pay for their political campaigns, even to pay for attack ads. As you can see on this slide, a clear majority of Americans think this is a terrible use of our money. It's just a dumb idea which Americans reject. This last slide tells the whole story. We asked people if they agree or disagree with this statement. With all the potential voter fraud in the last election, it's time to consider election reforms that will protect the process and give us more confidence in the results. Do you agree or disagree? Well, 2/3 of Americans said yes. Of course we agree. We don't want fraud. We want reforms that will give us confidence in the results. But half of Democrats said no, they disagree. They don't want to protect the process or give us more confidence in the results. An amazing number of Democrats are okay with voter fraud, but no one should be okay with voter fraud. Here's what we have to do: stand up and speak the truth. The Democrats will play the race card against you, but the American people are not racist. And Americans disagree with the Democrats. Americans don't want dead people on the voter rolls. We don't want tax dollars paying for political campaigns. We don't want people voting without showing ID. We don't want ballot harvesting. We don't want unmonitored drop boxes. And we don't want any voter fraud. But the Democrats, they do want all those things. To see the rest of the poll, go to nrsc.org. I'm Rick Scott, encouraging you to stand up for the truth. Don't be intimidated by the Democrats' big lies. The American people are with you.